police. That's what, Kate, people that are your authorities.
My mom.
Your mom. Brody, people that are your authorities.
The CIA.
The CIA.
Wow.
What did you do specifically to make the CIA? What are you involved in?
What would the Central Intelligence Agency have to do with Brody?
Wait, I don't want to know.
I am so happy.
I don't want to like wake up and die. Okay, so keep that. Abby, who are your authorities?
My parents, my grandparents.
Your boss, maybe?
I'm not employed.
Like when you do it, like when you
Yeah,
are
my boss.
Your boss?
Ex-bosses.
Ex-boss.
Not really.
Xbox.
Ex-boss.
My pastor.
Your pastor? Yeah, spiritual authority, your pastor? Maybe your boss, maybe?
Yeah. Him too.
What about you, Spencer?
I'm trying to think of anything that someone hasn't already said.
Your boss.
People have said that.
I know.
I can't think of any that someone hasn't already said.
What about you, Chuck?
Yeah, everything's been said.
Is the government one?
Yeah, the government's one.
Obama.
Obama.
Not yet.
The thing I'm trying to say is, all authority is God-given. All authority. And when we, because we always say, I would reject God's grace. We do every week. We reject God's grace. By our actions, we reject what God has for us that's better than what we have. We reject it every week. None of us would be like, yeah, I would hate God. Every one of us, every week, has by our actions hated God, even though we're saved. Why? By disobeying authority.
Speed limits.
The speed limit. Oh, that's necessarily the speed limit, don't even know. Speed limit is more of a guideline, you say. No. I'm not the speed limit, of course. I'm talking about, like, your teachers. Some teachers you don't like. That's okay. They're your authority. You're supposed to do what they say. Like, your bosses. Some people you don't like. That's okay. You have to do what they say. They're your authority. And by you saying, I don't have to do what they say, is you saying, I hate God. And you're a murderer just like Cain. It's kind of heavy, right? Thinking, I by my actions this week, hated God. Yeah. Have you responded to authority? Other than, yes, that's what I'll do. Anything other than, like, yes, sir, that's what I'll do, is hatred of God. The reason why Cain killed Abel wasn't because he was jealous. No, he wasn't. What Cain had to offer could have been significantly better than what Abel had to offer. The reason why Cain killed Abel is, number one, he hated God. Cain couldn't kill God, so he could kill something that looked like God. John chapter 4. Let's see chapter 3, I'm sorry.
Al, I think it's time to get a new Bible to buy.
Yeah. Chapter 18, John chapter 3, verse 18. It says, He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest the deeds should be made and reproved. Thus his deeds should be reproved. Why don't we like light?
Right?
It's bright. Because light shines on our imperfections. Who is Jesus? The light. What does the light do?
Shine on our imperfections.
Shine on our imperfections. All of us naturally hate God. All of us naturally hate God. Just like Cain. And because of our hatred of God, it causes us to act in ways that are harmful to other people that remind us of God. I.e., authorities. You ever heard someone say, I don't like him. He's a goody two-shoes, or he thinks he's better than everybody else. Why do you think they said that? Why do you think they reacted that way? Because their good deeds are shining light on their bad deeds. Nobody likes being around people that make you look bad. I don't. You ever been around somebody that was a better person than you, and they remind you of the fact that they're a better person than you?
Oh yes.
Do you like being around that person? No. You don't. Or the people that they're a better person than you, and they would never remind you of that fact. They just kind of live in a way that's better than you, and like you're around them, and you're like, wow, I'm a wretch. And you find yourself starting to resent them, don't you? Don't you? You know why? Because you hate God. Like Cain. Because you hate God, you're going to lash out at the things that remind you of God. Authority, people that are godly. So, what are some ways, and like I'm done, that we every week hate God? Specific ways that every week we as Christians hate God. We'll start with Chuck.
By not reading his word.
But not even, yeah. We think if I read his word, then I'm accountable for what I read, and I don't want to be accountable for myself. You hate God?
Yeah.
What about you, man?
Not praying.
Not praying. And like my Buddhist movies. By not praying, yes. Katie.
Not submitting to authority.
Not submitting to authority. Yeah, every time that's hating God. Brody. You don't know? Okay. Honest answer, we pretty. What about you, Abby?
By doing things we know that are wrong, like I don't know,
Maybe watching like inappropriate TV shows
Yeah.
or
like The Office.
What'd you say, Chuck?
I don't watch The Office.
Liar.
I didn't watch last week's episode.
You did too. You
I
told me
didn't.
how it was.
No, who are you talking about?
That's going on my space, yes.
I didn't watch it.
Jason.
I bet Jason can tell you what it's about.
By stealing your brother's candy, even though you know it's theirs, and it's just sitting there.
This sounds pretty personal.
Even though you bought it for them, it's still theirs. But
Yeah.
okay.
You want me to show this to your
I
brother?
appreciate you bringing that random honesty to the Bible study, Jason. I appreciate that. What about you, Spencer?
I would say not forgiving yourself, like kind of having this attitude that, well, this is so bad that, you know, it can never be forgiven or anything, because God will forgive you no matter what, as long as you go to Him for it. And so in a way, like not forgiving yourself is trying to put yourself above God and rejecting His forgiveness.
Yeah.